I wanted to come on live tonight just for fun. I had a busy day and I just thought it would be nice. And I have a box here that I've really been meaning to unbox for a while. And I was thinking, well, I could wait until Saturday. And then I'm like, well, no, now's a good time. So it was a last minute this decision. Let's see, this morning's video was the shop tour. Uh, I actually did a lot of work since then. So basically what happened is I edited the video and as I was watching the video back, I was like, "Oh, I could really do something about this stuff." So I decided to kind of prioritize the spaces that I was going to be using the most and essentially like just put everything in one room that I wasn't going to. So there's just now one room and that's that spare room and that's just full of all the things. And then I'll kind of slowly take on that room, but that way everything else is now more or less organized. So like the back area with like the kitchen and all that is more organized. So yeah, I'm gonna unbox this basically one box, and then I have a couple DVDs that I was sent. Um, but I'm just a little chat. It's gonna storm tonight too, so that means nothing. But I'm hopefully the reception and everything is good. So I got a lot of the rugs. A lot of the rugs. I don't know where if I mentioned the rugs in the video, but I put them out and people took them. So I think basically all the rugs are gone. I'm so happy about that. I tried selling them on Facebook Marketplace. That didn't work. So that was fine. Or that didn't work. My brain is not working. So what was today's video? No, that was it, right? That was the yeah, that's right. Tomorrow is an auction. Okay, so I'm like, I started almost talking about the auction because there was things involved with that, but I won't mention anything about that yet. So tomorrow's auction video is good. Went to an auction and it was like a country auction, and I haven't been in a while. I'm a little off. I was in a house all day today. My parents, they're fixing up a house to sell it that they inherited, and then like all the contents they're going to have an estate sale with it, and I was helping price everything, and it smells there's a lot of cigarette smoke in there, and like I'm just like all through here, and I don't feel very great. But and I took my normal pills this morning, so it kind of knocked off the edge of everything going on. I think I would have had a really bad migraine if I didn't do anything about it, but I should have taken an allergy pill or something in anticipation of it. But honestly, as I was coming back, I'm thinking, ooh, could I have an estate sale company? Wouldn't that be fun? An estate sale company. Barb, I thought you weren't going to this. I said I wasn't, then I decided to. So I did. Barb came with me. Barb and I went to the basically in my hometown, and we did some pricing, which was good. Good and dandy. I think I want to do an estate sale. Maybe I should Barb and we should do an estate sale company. We talked about this. Like, but we're not really sure like what all goes into it. Like I know like there's a lot that goes into it, but I'm really good about organizing and getting things done like quick. You may not have realized it from my video. You're like, "Oh, there's piles of crap everywhere." Yeah, well, like people aren't walking through here and buying the stuff, and I don't have a time crunch, so it's not that big of a deal, but like when push comes to shove, I can really go for it. So I think that'd be fun. It has to be worthwhile, like I don't know how much. Does anybody have an estate sale company out here? Yeah, I saw Barb. She was in here. Does anybody watching, have you ever ran an estate sale? Whether it was a personal one, and do you know how much you made in sales? I'm just wondering if it's worth, is it like how much does the company get, Yeah, I've asked Jocelyn about it. She kind of just says like she mostly did clean outs. I don't know if they did like a proper estate sale. I think she just did clean outs, to my knowledge. And that's a completely different area. Yeah, I'm supposed to talk to George. He's going to be on the road I think next week, and I was gonna talk to him on the phone about it. I could get his estimation because he's all over the country pretty much. But I'm like, here's my questions. Ready? Like, do you charge the family a flat fee? Like, I know they get like like some percentage of the sale. Like, let's call it they get 70%, right? And then I'm thinking, but do you charge them a flat fee for like the advertising and the like what if there's cleaning, lots of cleaning involved, you know? Um, and I wonder if it's just like it depends situation, like on on the house or what. So just an idea. just we're just riffing, just giving us some ideas. Suzanne from Massachusetts in the house. Well, that's exciting. Um, yeah. So today was pretty eventful for Barb and I both. I think Barb and I would have a great estate sale company. We could call it like the Nifty Owl. No, because her thing is winking owl, and mine is real nifty vintage. We could call it something real fun. All right, so I got these two DVDs that I wanted to show. These were from a subscriber, Jean Metware. I would think you would charge a set fee plus commission. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Well, George did a video. George did a video, and I thought it was very entertaining. If you hadn't seen it on his channel, what's it called? Antique Nomad. The Antique Nomad. I'm like, what is he calling himself? The Antique Nomad on YouTube. He did a like over an hour long video on an estate sale. He like shows the entire process. And I think from the video, it sounds like he the real nifty owl. Sounds like from the video he got like he went through and did everything in a day. Like he priced everything in one day. And I thought, really? I think it could be done because Barb and I got pretty far today. We got pretty far. Her and I. The comments keep going away. Like they're like, hey, look at us, and then they disappear. My in-laws had an estate sale through a company. I was shocked at how much they charged. Had I known they were going to be charged thousands, I would have thousands. Well, I think I think it's like 30%. So let's pretend, and I think that the estate sale that George ran, he said that they brought in like $10,000. I'm assuming, here, look at me assuming that he made like $3,000. I don't know if it's more than that though. Like if there's a flat fee on top of the 3,000, but I would think like that would come out of like the percentage, so like 30%. I think that's fair, 30%. I don't think I would want to do it for anything less than 30%, to be honest with you. And if you go to an auction, they're about 30% if I'm not mistaken, like a flat out auction. So it's kind of about the same amount of work because you got to stage everything, price everything separately, conduct it. So these were both from Jean Metware. She had emailed she had emailed me these. She mailed these to me, and she said she actually told me about them before, and I was like, okay, I'll put them on my list. And then she just mailed them to. She bought them and mailed. Wait, I hope I'm getting that right. I so hope I'm getting these right. That it was her that sent these to me. I definitely think it was, but we'll have your place looking nifty in a wink. Okay, let's not get crazy. Like that's like a whole sentence. Oh, who did your estate sale? It's called "We'll Get You Nifty in a Wink." Or something about nifty winks. We can call it nifty winks. Nifty winks estate sales coming at you. Yeah, so that'll be excited to watch those two. These estate sale videos. These DVDs. DVDs. Okay, great. I'm glad you're here. Oh boy. So yeah, 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. I had never seen that. And Gypsy, she recommended because I had said I watched Rosalind Russell in, oh my gosh, my brain. Auntie Mame, which is a very good movie. Cannot recommend it enough. Auntie Mame. Auntie Mame. It's a whole story about a whole life. It's a whole life. It's a whole life story. George, yeah, he's the way to go. Yeah, he knows. Yeah, He's goals. George's goals. Like, his career path's pretty good. Like, estate sales, he hasn't made, because he can travel all around, do his thing. I really can't travel all around, though. Like, I gotta be real. I gotta stay here, because I got things to do, people to see. George will be honest. Well, of course. Well, why not see if you can work with George on an estate sale? That is true. He'll have to come here and do one. I think, and I'm trying to peel the envelope off the top of this so I can read it. I think the wink thing was a slogan. Oh, okay. Which version did I watch of Auntie Mame? It must have been the original because it was from the 60s. I want to say it was the 60s and it takes place in the 20s, 1929 through like present day, I want to say. Makes sense. We'll have your place looking nifty. We're not a cleaning service, Kim. We'll have your place looking nifty. Oh, they're going to be like, do you do toilets? Like, I'll sell it if it's worth a lot, but I doubt it. Okay. Oh, I love this card. So this was sent by Corinne. Love her as Southern Belle. Oh, Mame with Lucille Ball. That was a Broadway, wasn't it? Yeah, musical version, you said. 1958. Well, there you go. 1958. All right. Look at this card. Isn't that beautiful? All the beauty. Oh, look. I love pop-ups. Did you make that? Did you make that? You with your scissors. Oh my gosh. Thank you for many hours of enjoyment, Corinne. Oh my goodness. I love that. Isn't that neat? Oh, I love pop-ups. Like a diorama. Yeah. Yeah, sort of. Oh my gosh. That is wonderful. Okay, so that's the card. And then Mame is a movie too. Okay. Good to know. So, and then, okay, this is the big box. The big box. Where's my, I thought I had a slicer and dicer. Where'd the slicer go? Slicer? Oh, it's in the cushion. So, let's see. Yesterday, I painted our porch. And I did a little bit of building on it. Soon we'll be done. Soon I will finish the porch project. You know, we had to take a hiatus with the porch because, like, winter came. So now that it's better, now that the weather is better, I'm able to do stuff on the back porch. So I'm so happy. So happy. So that was a big day yesterday of porch painting. In fact, I might have black on my hands. Not really. I'm painting the porch black. It's a trend. In fact, I think black looks wonderful. It looks classy. It's like a very svelte looking porch. So I painted it black, and I mean, I think it works well because I didn't want it to clash with the mid-century lines of the house. So that's what I did. That's what I did. Oh my goodness. I really don't feel great. It's like the, whatever you call that, you know, I think it's cigarette smoke. Talk to George about his day. Yeah, I'm going to talk to him. He's a very busy person. So I'm on his schedule. I'm supposed to give him a call. That will be a hot porch in the sun. Oh, you think? Well, at least it's going to look nice. I'm like a little bit form over function. I'm form over function. Yes. Yeah. We're going to put a ceiling fan in. See? That'll help. It's like Frank Lloyd Wright's biggest problem. Oh, it's a little bow thing. Who smokes in front of you? Well, no, nobody smokes now. But the person that lived in the house smoked. and it's like on everything. Oh no. So it just seeps into the fabric of time. All of that smoke. It's a lot to handle. Okay. To Barb. Oh, is this all Barb's stuff? Oh my gosh. Should I read this? Are you here? I wonder if Corinne is in the back just giggling. I wonder if I should read that. Barb, do you want to hear your poem? I'm going to fall apart right now if I just... Okay. Couldn't handle smoke. I know. The place that you gamble in, the casino is like awful. That's why I don't go. Well, that and I never win, and it's just fruitless. Fruitless. Okay, Barb, here's your poem. I'm laughing because like I said, honestly, I say, oh, Barb I say to Barb, this is like a little inside joke. Maybe I've said it before. I'm like, oh, people think you're a little delicate flower, Barb. All right. I always think of you as a delicate flower, like a daisy. But like a daisy in summer, it sometimes gets mowed down. Okay. But like a daisy in summer, it sometimes gets mowed down. But like a daisy, it comes back strong again the next year. You are a pretty delicate person, but a very strong person at heart. Okay, that took a turn. I was like, you remind me of a dead flower. I was like, we got to hear the end though. So yeah, that's nice, Barb. You are resilient, she is saying. You're a resilient flower. You are like a silk flower. You never die. You do not speak. You do not speak. I don't even know what that means. Your internet fan, Corinne J. McCubbin. Hello from Portland, Maine. You have helped me get through quarantine with your videos. Love you three so much. So are you the lawnmower man? Oh, yeah. Do we want to read into it? Am I mowing her down? Am I mowing Barb? Ooh, I read that a different way just now. Am I knocking Barb down? Okay, so that is your poem. I wonder if I get a poem. I'm just like imagining you are a piece of shit. No, that's my poem. No, but she likes me. I think it's a she. Corinne, are you? I hope. I really hope. This is for you. Should I? I don't know if I should. I can't really. Oh, I guess I could. Well, you're not here to accept it, so it's like an award ceremony. Barb was not able to be here. I'm a little too giddy for my own good right now. I'm just like, I've had like when I get tired, like I really shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have gone live. When I get tired, like my frontal lobe, I think is gone. You know, the frontal lobe, the one that helps you like not say stupid crap. Barb, do you want me to open your gift? Actually, I think I know what this is because she asked me if it fit. Or I wish this person was here. I want some context. Yes, you could accept it on my behalf. Okay. Just finished watching Crazy Lamp Lady and Kimono. I didn't know she went live. Oh, cool. Okay. All right. Let's open this up. Does anybody else have problems like I'm talking about? Like whenever you're tired or just like life hits you too hard, you're just like, or when you've been mowed down, you're just like, you can't control, like you're just so loose. You have loose lips. Executive decisions originate in the frontal lobe. See, my executive faculties are ridiculous. Okay, Sandy sends it. I'm glad I'm not the only one who's an idiot. I'm not calling you an idiot. I just mean, you know. And it's even worse at night. Like at night, when I get slap happy, that's a problem. Barb, this goes with your poem. Oh my gosh. I think you'll like that a lot. That is wonderful. It's like a full circle moment. So we've got the poem and you've got your oh, there's stuff on the sleeves too. Oh, that'll be fun. What size is that? I bet that'll fit her. I guess it's a women's extra large. Yeah. I think, oh yeah, that'll be perfect for you. Did you paint that? Somebody painted this. Corinne, did you paint these flowers? Where's the lawnmower? I'm looking for a lawnmower on here that says Jeffrey. No. Like on the side of it, the brand name of the lawnmower is Jeffrey. Okay. So, oh yes, she did. You think it's big? I don't think it's too big. I think it's a good size. I don't think it's too big. No. I think Barb will yeah. But she signed, or they signed their name, Corinne 2021. Well, there you go. You think it's too big for Barb? Okay, maybe it is. I'm not used to Barb. I mean, I'm not used to knowing things like that. Oh, maybe it is a little. Well, honestly, like sometimes bigger is better. Like you'll just be like, oh, I want to be like I want my little sleeves to like, I want them to hang out my little sleeve. And I just want to be like, ooh, baby, like that, you know? You know what I'm saying? Elderly poodle gets it. Like you just want to like be like, you want to be like, you know what I mean? Like in like a snuggie. Like that's a whole thing. They made a whole business on too big. That Snuggie did it. If Snuggie could do it, Barb can do it. Big sweaters about see. I know what I'm saying. I got the words. I got the ideas. I don't know if I have the words to go with them, but I've got the ideas. Okay, there is more things in this box. So there's a lot in here. Oh, Barb, you gonna wear it? I think she might. Oh, there's no purple on there. My purple sale is this Friday. Purple. Right. Sweatshirt should be a little large. See? Yeah, it's that 90s. Remember the 90s, how everything was like really big? Yeah. Well, 80s more so, like late 80s, like 88, 89. Wear it big. You usually wear medium or large. Well, it's a new dawn. It's a new day. Extra large is where it's at. So this next item, that's so beautiful, Corinne. Yeah, Koren. Yes, I like it. Oh, that's a lot of coffee. Oh my goodness, I've never had so much in one sitting. That's a lot of coffee. I love that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you like that? That's a lot. That's really pretty. And drink it up. I'm not sure what that voice is from, but I'm liking it. I like the voice. I should use that voice with the mug, and then it'll be like a whole set. You would have to read that one. Yeah, I know. You know what we tried? Barb and I tried something today. Actually, I've already had it, but I had it with Barb. We experienced it together, her and I. It's called the Pink Drink at Starbucks. And the first time I got it, I was mad. You know, I was mad. I'll tell you why. I'm going to go off. They put way too much ice in it, and I barely had any liquids. I was like, it's like this much liquids. Liquids? Who says liquids? It was like this much fluids. Worse. This much juices, and, or no, not that much, this much. And like that much ice. It's way too ridiculous. And it was gone in like a couple sips. So today I was like, little ice. Because I didn't even know if they would do that. Like, this is Starbucks, right? We don't know. So I experimented. She was like, oh yes, of course. Like it was Disney World or something. And I'm like, oh boy. So yeah. Wow, you can read. I can read ever since first grade, at least fourth grade. No, doing it pretty well though. Ask for the drink with a cup of ice on the side. Oh, I thought about that. But then I was like, they might laugh at me. And I don't want to be laughed at by the Starbucks people. No, I didn't want to make them mad though. Okay, so this was like a train item. So let's see what's on here. This is an Aaron item. I wonder if I'm accepting on behalf of Aaron tonight. I thought about the ice on the side. I didn't know if it was illegal, to be honest. Like against their policy. Like, we will give you 4 ounces of drink, regardless of ice. Okay, what do we got? Ooh, is this a bag? Oh my gosh, that is cool. So you're like a regular artist or something, because now you did a train. Oh gosh, that's exciting. Aaron goes on train trips, and I think that will be perfect because he does not have a bag. He does not have a bag. He can put all of his things in there and go on his train trip. Who cares if they left you're a paying customer? I was kidding. They're not literally gonna laugh at me. But I didn't want them to get mad either. But and I get it if like I'm paying. I went into it. I went on Reddit and I was like reading articles, like, and I was reading it by the manager. And the manager was like, I know, they really don't care. The employees don't care. They're not. But even the manager was like saying like, well, the cost of this is this and the cost of this is this. And if you'll break even with this, then I go nuts sometimes whenever I read into these things. I'm just like I don't want to, I you know, I didn't want to be difficult is what I'm saying. So I wanted to research it first. And it was all good. So when will Aaron be home? Oh, Aaron's home now. Actually, I got home and then, let's see. I got home. Oh, my brain. What did I do? I got home. I basically I walked in, looked around. He was doing something, and then I decided I was just going to come back here and go live. So I did. And then after this, I'm going to finish pulling items for my live sale on Friday. And I'll go home tonight. I think we might watch the other Harry Potter tonight. We've literally seen them all the time, but that's our thing that we do sometimes. So we're going to do that. And then tomorrow I'm going to go to the thing in the morning. Yeah. What is this? Oh, this is his train picture. Okay. Oh, Aaron don't get a poem. He just gets a sentence. Harry Potter. I like Harry Potter, yeah. For the price you pay, questions are okay. Oh. Yeah, I missed some comments. Oh. Oh, yeah. No. I honestly think the sweatshirt is a perfect size. I do. Like, I like it bigger. And Barb likes it bigger. Oh god. Okay, stop it. I think it'll be good for her being bigger. Here's Aaron's paper that has a picture on it. What can I not speak for? Why can't I? Oh my gosh. Like, oh, ridiculous. Okay, to Aaron. Many times we only saw you peek in the video, but when you did, you brought a smile to my face. You should say hello more often. And it says, P.S. You're welcome to keep or sell anything here. Oh, to Aaron. Well, my goodness. My, oh my. Let's see what this is here. Oh boy. My comments keep going away and I want to read them. By the way, if anybody wants to, so my live sale, we're just getting ahead of time here, or ahead of time. We're getting advanced. No, that's not the right word. We're getting smart. That's not true. We're getting ahead of schedule. No. Basically what I'm trying to say is if you want to email me ahead of the live sale, you can. And then I'll make you a blue wrench, so that you can participate in the offer ups. Yeah, I enjoy getting punchy when tired. You enjoy that? Well, fantastic for you, Poodle. I don't like it on a live because I'm like trying to be somebody here. I'm trying to like keep all my marbles in my head, and they're wanting to fall out every time I speak, and then they're all over the floor. No, like it's like I'm trying to get this information across, and it's not working. I've been working all day. Well, yeah, a little bit. Okay. Okay, so what's in here? I don't know. What is all this messages deleted for? What does it say? Did you? I don't even know what that is. Did you? Oh, I'm just reading these. I think that might be for something, but we don't even need to know that. Okay, my brain is literally not working. I swear on everything, I am under no influence right now at all. Why does it have to appear that way? I'm just not. Oh, Barb was trying to read it too. Yeah. Oh, Aaron. Oh, he's not here. Avon. It's Avon. I love that. So Avon says the general aftershave. Oh, I don't think you should use that. I love the art on there. Isn't that beautiful? I love the graphics on there. Well, I know it happens, but like I should be better than that. Like I know that people get tongue-tied, but like come on. I've got things to do and people to watch or people watch me. Ooh, it's a train. That's nice. That is really good. Ooh. That is nice. I like that train. It's a nice train. That's Avon. That's really good for him. That's really good for you. So that'll be good. I think he'll really like that. Let's just hope he doesn't use it. I have to be honest. Like old cologne is not the best to smell, but the art is great. What if this is going to be worth something? Probably. Let's give it time. That'll people will collect that, like the box art and stuff. Yeah, I like it. I think it's a good one. That's good. I haven't seen that in a box like that. Oh boy, we got lots of messages coming through. These are weird comments. We could just get rid of them if we wanted to. I could probably do that. How could I do that? I just want to, like, I don't have much. Hide user. Good. I don't have the patience right now. I'm usually much better, but I'm just like you literally make 0 cents. Some of these people are just like me, 0 cents. And I have like the patience of a toddler right now. I'm just like, go away. Oh, I like that. Hey, Mohawk and Hudson Railroad. Oh, Hudson, that's Barb's son. Hudson. The DeWitt Clinton by, these are lots of words. Look at that. That's nice. It's a wood thingy. And then there's another one too. I wonder if it's different. So is that one? Some people with having nothing better to do, I guess. It gives them a sense of purpose, whatever they're doing here. But look at that. This smells like wood. Because it is. No, I mean, it smells like that varnish. Old English. I have some of that Old English in a glass bottle. It's so good. It's like, it's like essentially stain. Yeah. So those are the 2 wooden plaques. I think he'll like those for sure. Put those on the wall down in the train corner, which is literally like a whole room. I say train corner because it's the corner of the basement, but it's like 10, it's like a 10 by 10 at least space. Okay. Oh, here's mine. Ooh. Mine was on the bottom, so I had to work for it. Okay. It says, to Jeffrey, you have brought me many hours of happiness and laughter. During this time when we stayed home to protect ourselves and loved ones, you kept me smiling each and every day. Oh. And it says, you're welcome to keep or sell anything here. Your internet fan, Corinne McCubbin. Trains are Aaron's hobby, not mine. Yeah. Aaron likes trains. I can appreciate some of the trains. Barb, where are you going? Oh, you got to go cook. I think Barb has to go cook or something. She has to do that. That's her job. You should quit, Barb. You should quit that and just be a gypsy. I don't know. Okay, so this is one of my thingies, and then there's another thingy in here. 2 thingies. So, drive a kid somewhere. My other job. Oh, it's always that. It's always take somebody here, pick somebody up here. All the things. Okay. Oh, that is cool. I like that little box. So it says Miami, Florida. Isn't that pretty with the picture on it? The scene. And it's like 3-dimensional. That's really cool. And I like the little box. Oh, there's a pin. You know what's so funny? That's a brooch. You know what's so funny? I have the matching earrings to this. Now I can wear the whole set. No, I'm joking. Now I can sell the whole set. Oh my gosh, that's brilliant. Okay, so I see that? I have the matching earrings for that. That's so great. I like that. And I'll keep the box and I'll sell the brooch. Keep the box, sell the brooch. Okay, I'll do it. It's decided. I like it. And here's the last thing in this. Oh, no, it's not. There's this too, whatever that is. What is this? What is this? Let's see. Oh, it's a metal thing. I love that. You know what this would be good on? The porch. The porch. It's like we're in kindergarten. The porch. Yes, very good, class. This will go on the porch. I can't open it. I'm about falling apart. It's okay though. I'm getting there. I'll open it up. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. Well, that'll look good out there. So tomorrow's video, I was alluding to it earlier. Ooh, yes. I feel like I'm at Jeffrey's birthday party. Oh yeah. Pretty much. Tomorrow's video, I bought something for my patio. And I paid a lot for it. So, what was this now? I gotta read it because I'm dumb. You're in timeout because you're saying nonsense and it's confusing me. And I don't have the patience today. Sorry, I just don't. Usually I do. And my frontal lobe is not working. That's my... Should that be my excuse? I should make t-shirts. Sorry, my frontal lobe is not working. I can't put up with you right now, my frontal lobe. Oh no, I'm just a mess. So that is beautiful. It's gonna go on my porch. I love it. I love it. Executive mixer. Oh yeah. Executive. My executive. The executive branch is off right now. Executive branch. I'm just all the ideas. I'm my most creative, I guess, whenever I can't use my brain. All right. Let's open this one up. I get a bag. I get a bag. Oh, I'm excited for this. You want to know what it is? Because I don't even know. You ready? Oh, that is really pretty. That is nice. It's a painted. This is all hand painted. Painted with hands. That's really nice. Corinne 2021. Beautiful. I love it. I really do hope I'm saying your name right. It's not like Corin or that's the only two pronunciations I'm aware of. Corinne or Corin. Look at that though. Isn't that something else? I love that. You would wear this shirt. This isn't a shirt. Could you imagine if this was a shirt? I think you're talking about the shirt that I just created. But if this was a shirt, like I think it'd be illegal. Could you imagine though? It's like a fanny pack, but not. It's a booby. It's a booby pack. I'm done. But yeah, you can put everything in there, just like woo. So you're like, how much is it? Oh, let me just like that's a lot better than like that other way, you know. I used to work at a gas station. Could this be a thing? I used to work at a gas station, and that was a thing. I wish they would have had a booby pack because they were packing it somewhere else, you know, and it wasn't good. Like it wasn't good, guys. So like that was not a great time. The gas station was kind of fun, I suppose. Can you believe me? I was working, the only person working at a gas station, 16 pumps. There were 16 pumps from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. Can you believe? Like me? Like, you think everybody would just come in and rob me. And one person did rob me. Not me, because I don't have anything for them, but yes, but you didn't pump the gas. No, I couldn't. Well, I could, but I was too busy doing everything else. That was not really the greatest job, I have to say, but it was interesting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was kind of young when I did it too. I'm still kind of young. No. You got robbed once too, Karen? I was, I think I was between 20 and 21. Yeah. Isn't that weird? I wouldn't like what gas station has one person, like a 20-year-old working 16 pumps? Like it's a large station. There was like 6 long rows of stuff, and we had to like go out and face everything, change the soda. I sold cigarettes. I sold alcohol. I turned people's pumps on. That sounds exciting, right? No. I turned people's pumps on. I turned, them on. Stop. Stop it. Okay, no. I turned the pumps on. And it was like a lot going on, and yeah, it was a little kind of stressful, I suppose, for being that young, but and I sold lottery tickets. I had a lot of experience at that age. Yeah, just looking back, I'm like, wow, you know, that's like a lot going on, but it's cool. I think there's some live sales tonight, by the way. I think they start in 15 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. Like, I don't have the schedule memorized, to be quite frank. But slap happy, yeah. I do this to myself. I'm like, oh, you're great. You're good. Go on, do a live. Go on live. And then I do it, and I'm like, I was so dumb. Why did I do that? I said dumb things. Like, and then I'm like, bad. I'm just like, you're so bad. Like, You did that same job? Yeah. So the night I was robbed there, the guy had a gun. I don't know if I could say that. Well, I guess I can. Sure I can. YouTube has weird rules. But he did. He had one. And um I was, I guess, stunned by like the whole scenario, and just didn't feel any real fear or whatever the case may have been, because just like he's not going to use that. Like he just wants the money, which is naive but kind of true. Like, you're just looking for the money. You're not like trying to use something like that. But Judy, I know. Like, I know. I just feel like I let people down when I talk too freely. I'm just like, no, you didn't sign up for that. You want like consistent, like not dumb me. If you did overnights where I worked, you were alone. Yeah, well they closed at 11 at the place. They didn't do overnights. Um, so luckily I didn't work overnight, but I had the nighttime shift and they closed. I had a friend, oh, that's not no good, working at a gas station. Oh, goodness gracious. Your favorite song? I don't know. There's just so many. I go through them so quick. I don't have one right now. Hmm. It's not your money. Oh, I gave them all the money they wanted. I'm like, just don't take my phone. I hid that in a drawer. But like, because I was texting. I shouldn't have been texting. Because I'm like, what am I doing? I'm the only one from like 10 to, I think they closed at 11. See, now I don't even remember if it was 11 or midnight. Somewhere along like the last hour, there was some like area in there where like nobody was walking in hardly. Like one person every 30 minutes, basically. I'm just like, okay, everything is faced. The sodas are clean. I already swept. I already mopped the majority of the place. Like you can do some things ahead of time and then you just spot do it or whatever. Like, like what am I gonna do? But they always say, if you've got time to clean, you've got time to clean. I'm like, oh come on. So I was not like the best employee. I'll have to tell you, like I never was. Like that's why I'm so happy to do my own thing. But most places I worked, I was alone, so it was helpful. I managed a ice cream place too, and I was the only one working for the majority of the time. So I was pretty much running the ship there too. So it was good. The cat. I don't think they caught the guy. They had the it was recorded, but like he had the ski mask on, the whole thing like they do. So yeah, it didn't turn out for him, or it turned out for him, but they didn't get the money back. And I don't even remember how much that he took. It was hardly anything, because they have you make drops throughout the night into the, so the safe is a safe. The place I worked at, it was like open, like the main part of the safe was open, and that's where all of the quarter rolls were, and then like an envelope with however much ones. They would be paper clipped into sets of bundles of 20 $1 bills. Maybe there would be like four of those, a couple sets of, for each of the things. So you can, because like who's going to do it? You're the only one there. So that's not what they were supposed to do though. But like, look, I'm not saying what place it was, so I can't get. And everybody that used to work there doesn't work there anymore anyway. But the point is, like, the manager is, they weren't doing it right. Okay, so there wasn't somebody to technically like make me change or whatever they call that. So you just do it yourself. But then you make drops throughout the night. If your drawer has too many 20s in it, you're only supposed to have like a few 20s in there. Ice cream. Ain't that funny? Yeah, you're like, imagine that. Yeah, I did all the graphic design for a while. I built their website and I did the um the menu boards. Whenever they started doing coffee towards the end, and then they took me over to a coffee place and we went on a cool tour. That was fun. But I managed the one of their locations, and I did some hiring there, and I wrote the schedule. um I made ice cream naturally. Like, woo. I did that. That was good. I took a whole bunch of photographs of their stuff for like marketing things. hmm That was a good job. I had that for a few years. The gas station was only 2 years. So now you're in healthcare. Oh, I didn't catch what you said before. You're in healthcare. Oh, did you? You said you used to work at a. Yeah, some of that stuff is just like mindless. Like like you're just like just like come on, come on, because it's like it's not really feeding you personally. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. A lot of jobs are like that. You just do it because you do it. But luckily, I don't have to do that anymore. It's very nice. Very nice. So happy that life is working out in that way. Oh my gosh. My comments keep going away and I don't like that. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Well, it used to be chocolate a lot, but when I worked there, I mixed everything around, mixed everything out, I mixed everything. I ate a lot of stuff there. Like I was like, okay, and we're going to do the, don't want to say the name of it. We're going to do this thing with pineapple today with bananas and stuff. And okay, now we're going to do one with like fudge and brownies. Okay, now we're going to do this concrete type thing, like a mixer. So I ate whatever I was feeling like. You'd think I was like pregnant or something because it was just like, it's like a buffet. Like, and now, whenever I go to an ice cream place, I'm just like, can I just try a little bit of everything? Because that's what I want. I don't want to, the which is ways you can do it froyo, but froyo, have you ever had one of those or orange leaf? But it's just not as great, you know? It's not like the same, but it's just like, it hits the, so I like put 5 flavors in one of those cups and then I don't ever put the toppings on because I just want to like, I just want to try a little bit of all of them. So. Uh, I just missed that. Whatever you can go in. You know what I really want to try? You know they have these I worked at BP before it was pay before you pump. I had a lot of drive offs. Yeah. Did we have pay before you pump? Yeah. No, actually we didn't. There was very specific pumps. Like eventually I think they made them all pay. So the way that it was at the gas station was there was like certain pumps that were like very easy to drive off quickly. So like let's call it like pump 1, 2, 3, and 4. You weren't allowed to do pay before you pump. Like we'd have to be like, what pump number 2, you have to pay before you come in. And I think there were signs on the thing at a certain point. But then the other ones you could be like, welcome to, and then you say pump number 5, you're on, and then then they come in and pay. But then eventually I think they turned it all over because of drive offs. It was becoming too like, it's a marketing thing. Like they're like, well, we want people to, because I think it turns some people off if they're not able to do that because they want to pay, they want to pump before they pay. But I've heard that some employees get stuck with that. No, we didn't get stuck with the bill. Like, what are we going to do? Run out and chase them? And then, yeah, if you're by yourself, then you're leaving the store empty. Like what are we going to do? Take a survey before, like, profile them or something? That's illegal. You can't do anything. How would you know? So no. Mm-mm. How much have I missed? Well, you missed a lot, dear. No, you missed about 54 minutes of it, but you can always go back and try again and start from the start. Start from the start. Gas stations were insured for losses. Yeah. Oh, let me tell you a story about the gas station. So this is kind of juicy. So my manager, let me get the story right because I haven't said it in a while. Okay, the manager was training a new person to be like an extra manager there. Yeah, I'm making sure I have all these details first. Okay. And she was like, okay, so and she left and she wasn't supposed to do this next thing. And she said, hey, I forgot to change the price of the gas. Can you change the price for me? Not to me, to the person she was training to be the next like manager for the store. Maybe like the one right below or whatever they call it. And so he changed the price of the gas. About 2 hours later, I start seeing a ton of people coming up. I'm just like, did an event let out or something? And this was like around 10 o'clock at night. And it was very out of character, right? Like you don't usually see like hordes of people coming. And I didn't notice it up until that time. I was just like going about my business, nothing. And they changed the price of the gas, by the way, at 4 o'clock. So from 4 to say 10, it was pretty decent. Okay, so I'm just like oblivious, and tons of people are coming in, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I start getting overwhelmed. It's just me. I'm the only one working, like I told you. And so all these people are coming, every single pump full. Okay, lines of people, 5, 10 people. I'm like, I'm very fast when at my job. I was very fast, but it was like one thing after another. No time to think. I'm just like, and it would have been a flag if I like, can I put 5 on number 7? Can I put 10 on number 8? Can I put like I wasn't thinking. I'm like, okay, fine, sure. And some people weren't even coming in. Obviously, they pay with their card, and so I'm just like doing my thing, and the guy, somebody came in and they said something, and I forgot exactly what they said, but it was something that made me be like, what? Like it was something along the lines of like the price, like they clued it in, and I have no way of seeing the price of the fuel on my end, which sounds stupid. Like you would think I would. I have to go out to the pump itself and see like what they set it at. Like you can go into the computer with like back end ways and set the prices. Okay. Turns out the and I didn't say the best. Well, I'll okay. It turns out they set the price at it was ridiculous. It was something like 23 cents or 33 cents or something like that. It was way low. It was like in the 20 or 30 cent range per gallon of middle grade silver gas. Okay. I was like, after a while, you're like, and this was like, okay. So then I basically found out like really late in the game, all of a sudden alarms start going off, like alarms out of the back of the store. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, so, and I forgot how I learned that. So I called I had to call the manager, the actual person. I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but there are alarms going off in the back of the store. And I just found out that the gas has been being sold for like 30 cents a gallon. And she's like, oh my gosh, we ran out of gas. we we sold all the gas. Not all the gas, just the silver grade or the middle grade. And it sent the alarms off. I didn't know there were alarms. She was in some trouble, I can tell you that, because she was not supposed to tell somebody to change the gas because, he ended up doing it wrong anyway. But, oh no. And I went through all of that, and it was just, I was like, did a family reunion get let out or something? Like, I was trying to think of all the things. It's like, so like one person told like everybody kind of a thing, It's like, oh my gosh. That was just a fun. Um, you know what? Eventually she did stop working there, but now like my timeline of events is a little off now because it's been so long. It's been over 10 years or about 10 years or so. So it's like, uh it seems like in my mind within a couple months she had kind of been like phased out. But I remember that she said that she was trying to take time off anyway. She was trying to leave to spend more time with her kids. So I mean, it's like one of those things, who knows, but they got some press out of it, I think, maybe. Huh. Isn't that so, it's ridiculous. uh so that was a fun time. Now, I don't know what I missed on the things, but lots of LOLs and stuff. No, the trainee did not get fired. The police? Oh, for the runoffs. Oh yeah, they're not gonna can't really do much about it. Oh, we had a guy that was stealing alcohol, and I didn't know this. I was working. He was shoving it down his pant legs. He filled his entire legs, like all the way down. Like, I don't know, he must have like tucked him and like strapped, like did like some kind of a tide off the bottom. But we watched back the footage and he was just piling in fifths of alcohol in his pants. I think they switched it to where then it was all locked up, like in a case scenario. Because before it was just out on open shelves. It's like, that's why. That's why. So you're like, why is everything locked up? Like, what's that's why. Some guy was shoving it down his pants. That's why. No, he wasn't. I don't. The video, he was just like so like, because he would like look around. Like I'm the only one working. I'm the only one working. That's why. Like it's so easy to do, and so and that happened with another person too. It wasn't just me. So let's not all bash me for being oblivious. There was another worker there who that also happened to. So it was like an ongoing thing because like the counts were all wrong, and they were like, "How is this?" Like, and then they had to start looking back at the footage. Hey, well, you know what? What are you going to get whenever you have one person working 16 pumps, huge store, and then people coming in wanting to buy lottery tickets, cigarettes. They want me to upsell things. They're like, "Oh, I see that you bought some cigarettes. Do you need a lighter too? I see that you bought a soda. Would you like some chips too?" Like these are all added. Well, like why not sell some more things, Jeffrey? And on top of trying not to get robbed, on top of all of these other things, making sure that people don't drive off, sell some more stuff, Jeffrey. Oh, and make sure the floor is mopped and swept and every item is faced. Make sure all the milk, we sold milk, eggs, dairy, Gatorade. Make sure it's all faced. And I'll tell you also, I was in the freezer. There's a walk-in cooler. This store was bigger than my shop. About the size, maybe a little bit bigger. The cooler's all the way on the back end. You got to go through a door in the back. And what's going on in the front? Nothing. It's completely wide open. No one's there. And I'm expected to go all the way back to the very back, go inside of a walk-in cooler, push the milk forward, clean the bathrooms too. Lots of things in the back. Like, while this place is supposed to be open, come on. It's crazy. But it was fun. Retail expectation. Yeah, that's what they expect. And it's just kind of funny. But how could you not be robbed whenever you're not even like, oh boy. Yeah. They might have, and go change the signs and, oh, Karen, that's a little too far back. I didn't change the signs and do the sticks and the tanks. Oh, little pay. Yeah, it was, oh, that's another, I've got so many stories I didn't realize about the gas station. So this is probably like still a thing, but I remember I was up for a raise, like everybody was, like raise time, and they give you like a raise, but based on how well you are as an employee. So how good are you? Like, like, I guess they grade you on things without you knowing and all this stuff. And there was like a chart on everybody. And so the manager was like, "Oh, you get your raise." And I'm like, "Oh, like, what is it? Like $1?" And it was like, "No, out of a possible 25 cents, you get 23." What? I get 23 cents? And it was like, "Yeah, you would have got the other." You would have got the whole thing. I don't know. It was just like, you would have got the whole thing if you would have had all, like, if you would have been like great with everything. I'm like, are you kidding? So I missed out on 2 cents? I was like, you can keep your stupid 25 cents. I eventually took it because, I'm not a joke. I'll take some extra money, but come on. Like, who does that? It's just like, you are nothing to us. You do not get 2 more cents. I wonder if anybody got their whole quarter. But like, yeah. What got you interested in reselling? You got 10 cents one time? Well, that was back in the day when 10 cents would buy you a whole carton of cigarettes, right, Karen? I'm joking. I think everywhere does that. Like, I shouldn't complain. Like, it's just a common thing in general, but it's funny. I'm not really complaining as much as it's just like kind of hysterical that that's you don't get your 2 cents. The reselling, I had said this. How about if you worked your butt off and they gave you a pen to wear? Oh, mm. Yeah, that's not good. I wouldn't like in awards, like phony awards. Like, who are you kidding? Like, you're gonna just try to make me feel good. I want the money, you fool. Like, I'm not that dumb. Like, you think I'm dumb? Like, you're just, good job. You will get a pin and a little certificate on a paper. There you go. You're so good. No, money talks. So the reselling, I was working at the screen print. I was working at a screen printing place doing graphic design work. The bosses were all about the bonus. The bonus that you got for them. Well, yeah, that's where you make money. Those salary jobs, for sure. Um, oh my gosh, one more thing. You know the whole thing where they're like, we hire from within. You do not. They, they, I did not see that working there. They did not hire from within. They hired out. They put a posting for like, I think district manager or something. And they brought this guy in who was in his mid 30s. And I'm at that time, I'm like, oh, I'm like 20 or whatever. And I'm like, so he didn't work here before. Like, there's hiring this random guy for this district manager position. I'm like, and at there working, another worker of mine, another what do you call that? Coworker of mine was really trying to like move up in the company, and he was really good. Like, and he's actually the one that got me that job, and he was like really took everything seriously, and he was like, oh, and he was always striving. They never moved him up. Like, they never did. It was always like, oh, we'll just you know what I mean, like strung him along basically. So but the guy that they hired did not know what he was doing. They were training him flat out. Like, he had no knowledge about the inner workings. That's so dumb. Like, why don't you actually move people up that know the company? Like, hello. Anyway, what got me started in the reselling, I was working at a graphic design place doing that full time, and I learned a little bit about auctions by going to an auction with Barb. That was her family. I did not know about auctions before that. So that was like a little dip in the water. I was like, oh, people are buying these things and they're really cheap. And I see value in these things. And I'm like, I can resell them. And I didn't resell them for a long time. They sat in my basement. And then eventually I decided that I was going to part with some things that I had around the house, like vintage things that I was just over with having, like a 1950s chrome toaster. I had a 1950s black rotary phone. I had a little piece of Van Briggle. I had some other kind of odds and end things. Some things that I picked up at the auction that I mentioned earlier, that I got for like $1 or $2 here and there. I'm like, I can sell those for $15 or $20. And so I put all those aside, and then I decided that I was going to, after some time, list them on Etsy. So out of nowhere, I started an Etsy store. This was before YouTube and everything. So, like, I was just going into it blindly. And I knew Etsy because I shopped on Etsy, and I liked it as a buyer. Like, I liked the experience, and I understood like the pricing and everything. And I'm like, oh, this is good. I can sell things like this. So I did. And I listed it, and within a couple days I sold some things, and then that was like, oh, this is good. And I kept going and going. And I did that part-time. So I sold like however many items I had originally. I had those listed, and then after like a certain number of them sold, I started saying, well, why don't I like start looking for more things like this, or like so I went to a few other auctions with Barb that were just nearby the house, and I got some more things. At that time though, I was literally buying things that were selling for $1 for like a whole like bunch of stuff at an auction, and it'd be a lot of junk, a lot of trash, things that I would need to like either toss or redonate because I didn't feel like listing it, because some things are not worth listing online. I'm just gonna say that. So, um, so I learned about it very much by an accident, just kind of happenstance. I just sort of stumbled into the field, and it was just such a great fit. It just really is a great fit. So, and then everything that I'm learning, and from then and on, it's just like it just meshes so well with like my personality, my work ethic. Like I always knew, and this is probably true with a lot of people, but like there are certain things that you're really good at, and like whenever you're in your zone, you can do so well, and especially whenever it's yours, and then like like they're your ideas and you can act on them. So I was actually able to do that for a change, and I was so annoyed with working for other people, and I would say like, why don't you do this, you have like you can go do this and that and that, and they like are like, oh, okay, yeah, just do your job, like that. And I'm just like, okay, if you don't want extra money, fine. But so it's like that you get annoyed by other people, like not caring like what you're trying to add, like, and you want to do more, and you want to like show them you can do more. And that's why I probably worked in such independent roles for the majority for all my jobs, like only one working there, or do like doing all the schedules and everything, because I just sort of took on that. I liked all the, and then even when I worked at the screen printing place, not the place that I ended up quitting, the place before that I worked at for 4 years or so, I was doing everything there. I was doing um, basically everything there. You know what I mean? So I was making invoices, designing the t-shirts, ordering product from the vendors, uh, dealing with customers. I don't know, every like all the main things except for putting the money in my bank account and doing the different things involved with that. I didn't care. It was fine. I literally loved having all those responsibilities. So so I'm kind of going in a weird way there. But so I worked doing that. Then I thought, well, maybe I don't want to have all them responsibilities. Maybe I just want to work only doing the graphic design that I went to school for, and I want to make the big bucks just sitting on, my butt, just doing the designing. I tried that and I did not like it at all, because it was so mindless. And it was in a job, and it's funny because you think you're going to want to do something, you're like, oh, this is what I went to school for, this is what I want to do, and then you get it and you do it and you realize, no, actually not. Because the last place that I ended up quitting, like you couldn't do anything that wasn't in your like job. Like you only could do like this one thing. Like you weren't supposed to deviate. You couldn't go over here and go and double check this other thing. So like I couldn't go talk to the salespeople and do other certain things, and like to get like bigger pictures, because I like seeing bigger pictures of things too, not just like my one little task of sending out art proofs and stuff. So yeah, after a while, that got way too monotonous. So, and then it was just like whenever I was able to do all the reselling stuff, it's like multifaceted. Like you got all these different areas, and then you can get to do, and you get to switch from, like creative things, or like other, you know what I mean? Like you can use like all of you. So that's what I wanted severely. And I could do it all on my own accord. So everything was like up to me. I can make as much money as I wanted. As much as I pushed myself, I could take a break when I wanted. I could do all the things and not feel guilty. I always felt guilty working with other people, working for other people, because I would think that I would overwork when I was there. You wouldn't think that from whenever I talked about like texting while I'm there by myself when nobody's in the store. But honestly, like I I'm in it like whenever I need to be in it, and I you know what I mean? But like it was nice being able to, I don't know, just do my own thing. So ooh, I am just a talking fool. Just realized what time it was. Let's see here. I hate setting all day graphic designing. Well, that's nice to hear, Jamie. It's nice it's nice to hear actually that I'm not the only one. Um because it is a lot. Like, and I had coworkers there that I'm like, and you're not bored. Like they were just so content. I'm just like, how are you just sitting there all day? Like I was going like bonkers. Like you and they're like slow. Like that's my thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, so I'm designing stuff and I don't just you give me time to do this, and there was like no rush there at all. It was like they had like a list of jobs. Here, I'll just explain. There was like this computer program. There's a list of jobs that you're supposed to do. There's three, at the most four graphic designers there. We each just take a job. Well, the person ahead of me, the whatever he was called, senior graphic designer, whatever, he would assign them to us. So I would have like maybe 8 jobs to do in a day. But I'm not slow. Like I'm like, and I don't want to be slow. Like I just want to get things done. So I'm like doing all the stuff and like doing it, and they're just like moseying on, like, fine, whatever makes you happy. But like they're just like so content with like, I'm just like, I want to get it done. So that's kind of like the thing, like, I don't know. That's what I was trying to say. Like, I kind of go like a mile a minute whenever I'm in it. I just want to, like, I just see the problem and I'm like, let's get it done. And then they're just kind of like, like, I'm just like, wow, how can you just be doing like that? That's not like, how could you live like that? And it was kind of got on my nerves, and I was getting stir crazy, and I just couldn't. So I didn't. So I quit. Quitting there was really liberating, I have to say. Oh, so liberating. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we are so hanging out. Like, I did not plan this. I did not know we were going this far into life. Into life. You are task oriented. Yeah. I like getting things done. Quit. Oh, you said quilting is the best. I'm like, quilting? No. Quitting is the best. It was so nice. Has anybody ever quitted? Has anybody ever quitted? Then they're like, they feel so good about it. They're just like, that was so, like, that place was not good for me. Like, and you just knew it, and you're like, and you found something better, and that like, and it just, you're like, yeah. It takes a leap, doesn't it? Like, is you're kind of, and I didn't necessarily have anything, right? Like I had my part time doing my reselling, but I didn't know if it was really going to work. This was before YouTube still too. So like, you're just doing it, and um you have that, what's the word? You have that routine. You have that assurity, right? You have that, like you're going to get your money, you're going to do all this stuff. But it's like at a certain point, you're like, no, as much as this like makes me peaceful because I have like that money coming in, it's like absolutely upside down. Like it's not peaceful anymore working here. Retiring was better. I worry about retiring, Beverly. I really do, because I don't have any hobbies, and working always is my like. I worry about that because I tried hobbies, and just the way I think, and I was like, I look at a hobby and I'm like, well, how can this make me money? How can I make money with this hobby? And I try to not do that, but I'm like, why else do I want to do it? I'm not going to do something just for the sake of doing it. There has to be a reason why I'm doing it. So I feel like I'm in counseling right now. That's not good. I feel like I'm in a therapy. But it's like I tried coloring. Coloring lasted about 5 minutes, and I got bored. As I said, well, what's going to happen? I'm going to color this page, and then what am I going to do? Like, I don't care if I finish this page. Like, am I going to sell it? No. Nobody's going to buy this colored in page. Like, adult coloring. Like, let's elevate this a little bit above Crayola. Keep doing what you're doing, and just take longer days when you need them. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. People talk about retirement. I don't know. I think it's always going to be some sort of work in some in some way. The way I see it, honestly, and this is very early on, but I plan things way ahead. Like I'm always like thinking like, what's my next thing going to be? So like in the, but of course, how would I know? But I'm just thinking like, like what do I want to do when I retire? Do I want to get an RV and all these things? But I think probably what's going to happen is I'll like just slow down a little bit more and try to incorporate other things in. There's not like no start and stop for me. I don't think I can just stop. Like life would have to be very bad for me to say I am done with reselling and this whole thing. It'd have to be very, very toxic and bad at that point, and I don't think I would ever let it be that. So you just have to kind of like slow things down a little bit and just kind of, you know, when my dad retired, it was hard on him. Some people need to be busy. Yeah, Aaron's dad has been retired for a long time and he's really good about being busy, but he doesn't do it like he he makes up things for him to do, but I'm like that's my biggest problem because I don't want to do something just for the sake of doing something, but everything makes well like he values what he's doing. I don't know if that makes any sense. But like he'll just like start cleaning something or he'll wax a car. I don't know. He has weird like things he'll want to do, and I guess to a degree I can like be OCD on some things, but that's not that exciting. Like let me just go clean a whole bunch. That's great. I'll retire that way. Rake the leaves, paint the house. That sounds excruciating. Um, did your graphic design help you with making your, say, tote bags, magnet? Of course. Graphic design, what was this? I left you a message in chat. I hope you got it. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to go back through in just a minute. Of course, graphic design is an integral part. It's a tool. So graphic design, knowing how to use the tools is itself a tool. And then the I almost said esoteric. That's not even the right word. And the design side of the graphic, like having like certain ideas and stuff, helps in that way too. But of course, on a practical level, it helps me know, how to set things up, how to set the artwork up, how to order things, and all the different stuff. Now let me go slide through. You won't completely retire. Yeah, I don't think I will. I'll always work, but I don't want to be the architect for web apps for 9 companies anymore. Oh, I don't. I once thought about going into coding. That was when I feel like the internet was much simpler. HTML, JavaScript. It wasn't actually that simple. There was still Java, C++, which I didn't want to get into. It was just way too analytical. And I can deal with analytical in short bursts, but I'm not going to sit there and stare at a computer screen all day and try to debug code. I don't like that. Whenever it's like you build something, I used to build websites and like something would just break and you're just like, but how? It just worked before. Like what happened? It's like you got your like I don't know, your table fell off. That means nothing to a lot of you. Like just the alignment starts falling apart and things are not working anymore. And you're like, but it, and then a different browser. If you view it in a different web browser, it's completely different. And just like, come on. That's why I switched over to graphic design and just said, I'm done. I'm not gonna, like, I don't want to sit here and try to figure out this coding stuff. Now let me find Randy's thing. How far up was it? Randy, yeah, Randy. I don't see it yet. How far up was this question? Oh no, it's really high up. You know what? I can't go up that high because it'll be ridiculous and I'll be scrolling for years. It's absolutely boring being retired without having something to keep your brain busy. I would agree. I hear that. I watch retirement channels. You like, what do you like to watch? I watch many things, but I also watch YouTube channels of people that are retired just to see how they're living. And I watch a lot of stuff, a lot of different stuff, like things that you're just like, what? That doesn't work, but it does. So it's interesting to watch other people's lives though and how they're adjusting to retirement. I like watching them. What main program do you use for design? Corel Draw is what I use. Whenever I was early on, I used Adobe Photoshop. CS2 or CS. Yo, you messaged me. Oh, so not through this live chat. Okay. Well, I'll have to look elsewhere then. So CorelDRAW is a vector-based program, and that's what I used for screen print, because you can, it's all vector-based, like I said, and so you can, anyway, it's easier to separate colors, in my opinion, rather than bitmap and using half tones. And I still used half tones, though. Whatever, doesn't matter to a lot of you. Are you going to be a figurine hoarder? When I retire, a figurine hoarder. That sounds exciting. You've a long time to go for retirement, but it must be satisfying to be able to earn money. Yeah. Um, yeah. I know. I'm not really, it's like I have this weird disattachment with it. I'm like, I'm kind of excited to retire, but I'm like, no, I'm not, because that's not really a real thing. Like, I'm not actually going to retire in the sense of the word of like, okay, bon voyage. I thought it would always be fun to live on a cruise ship though. So I haven't, not anymore, but I used to watch this channel all about cruise ships. Well, Carnival cruise ship. Well, multiple channels. And although this person who is completely retired, there's a couple of people who live on cruise ships that are retired. They like literally live on the cruise ship. Isn't that cool? I think it's cool. I love this, Jeffrey, hearing about your jobs in the graphic design part. Uh-huh. It's an interesting life we live, isn't it? It was yesterday. Okay. Was it over email or a comment on a video? Always keep learning. Yeah. I want to live in an Airstream when we retire and resell from the road. Wouldn't that be fun? Live on a cruise ship. Bria, I think it would be good. I think it'd be cool. I don't know if I could actually live on a cruise ship for like a long time, but yeah. What was that above that? I went from owning my own business to selling yet, getting brisk, having to retire to selling. Oh, it's like this and then that, then this, then that. Reselling is nice. I don't, I like reselling. I was going to say, I forgot what I was going to say. Well, it wasn't really true, so I decided not to go for it, but I'm like, should I? No, I don't need to give. Okay, moving on. You fancy, I don't know what that is. It would be fun to not retire, but just resell part-time, only picking up the big scores. Yeah, it would be. It would be difficult though for me because there are a lot of things that I pick up impulsively because of like, um, what's that word? You just like really want to, like you really want to. And it's like you're not going to make a ton of money, but like it costs so much for assisted living. A cruise ship would be much better, Diane. I know. I've looked into that. You're like, why? Because I'm just curious. I'm like, which would be cheaper, living on a cruise ship or living in assisted living? And I've done the math on it. Uh, Assisted living is much more expensive than living on a cruise ship. Although, how I will say, you're not going to get your doctors and stuff. Like you have to be able-bodied. Like you can't just like, you know what I mean? There's a reason for people to go into specific assisted living, or I should say, nursing homes are a slightly different thing than that. But this is what you weren't meant to do right now, and I have no. Oh, this. Oh, I think you wrote that wrong. I hope you wrote that wrong. This is what you were meant to do right now, and I have no doubt that you'll be successful. Anything you do, you have a great attitude. Uh-huh. Yeah, I agree. I asked you if you're interested in buying some things from an estate I'm working with. Oh my gosh, I really don't know. Did you send it over email? Did I get it? Oh, my phone's there. I was like, I'll check, but I don't remember that. I'll look everywhere. I'll look on Instagram. I don't know where you sent it. Did you send it on Instagram, Facebook, email? If you said you sent photos, then it's got to be one of those places, I would say. I would think. I think that you were listening to your heart needs in planning for your building. I listened to your thoughts about your building. Yeah. CJ, you're fine. How were you able to do all those renovations of the shop by yourself? Here? What did we do? Okay, so we put the floor in. So I didn't do the floor by myself, but You just put them in. Like you just peel. I'm not like building a floor. You just stick them in. Like they're peel and stick. So you put them in. What else did we do? We Oh, by the way, I had help from my parents on that one too, so we were able to accomplish it much faster. The window, um, the window. Well, my parents helped me with that, but I didn't know what to do. It's so simple. Like you just put you put like you frame it out with your boards, and then you get a piece of plexiglass, and then you put boards on the other side. That's a cased window, so you can't open it. If I wanted to build one that opened, that would be a whole different story. And I don't even know if you could open an 8 foot by 4 foot window. That would be crazy to open that. Like that'd be big. But I think I want to build a window up here so that it's because right now there's a window air conditioner in this room and there's no like natural light. And then in the other room, and then maybe in the other room, just put probably plexiglass. It's easier to work with, or I can go down to the glass place and have them cut some glass for me. It's not too difficult, and it's not that expensive to cut like a single pane of glass. And I'll just case it right between some, sandwich it right between some 1x2s, and that'll keep it in place. Won't be able to be opened, but if I was wanting a window that would open, that would be a lot more complicated, and it would just take more time. And I don't even think I need to open these windows. Have you ever stayed the night there? No, I have no reason to stay the night here. I have a nice house. People are like, you should fix up the back and live in it. No, I don't want to live here. This is my oh, and Messenger. So you sent it in Facebook. Okay, I'll check Facebook. I don't ever look at Facebook, to be honest with you. So I will look there. My things went away. Are you in Missouri? No, I'm in Southern Illinois. I love watching your videos. Jeffrey discovered your channel through Jocelyn. I was like, I'm not saying Jocelyn, and I discovered Misty during one of your live sales last year. Now the three of you are my favorite. Well, that's fantastic. We're all slightly different, aren't we? So Jocelyn is very like she's. I was trying to like. She's like more upscale, I want to say, in some ways. Like she doesn't do like a lot of like as much kitschy stuff like foo figurines and things. And then Misty is like a lot of like kitschy, like this and that and that and that. And then I'm kind of like over here like in the middle a little bit because I do like some of more of the expensive like art glass and stuff. And I think Misty is coming around to some of that too though. And like I like nice porcelain and certain things like that. So we're a nice mix, all three of us. We mesh well in that regard. Okay, what was this? I read that. Trisha is a fairly new reseller. How is the best way to build up your audience to have live sales online? Well, so you're kind of going at it from like the opposite way that I did, because I didn't start having live sales until this sometime last year. I don't know. Like I have my audience because I put out videos like all the time on reselling. And so people watch that. So that's where my audience comes from. To just come into it like only selling and to have an audience, I don't know. Cause like people want to watch your sales and want to buy from you because they know you, they follow you, they watch you buy the things. So it's like I think it's like a whole package. So to kind of come at it from just the one angle that you're saying, like from like, oh, I'm gonna start live sales. I don't have the answer because I've not went that route. I don't know who has. So maybe you'd ask someone who has started from. I think perfecting pearls. I'm like getting like more tired as I go. My brain is so falling apart. Perfecting Pearls is somebody I think that has done that. So you can ask her how she does it, or how. Oh, Nancy, this overstuffed house. Does she do any other videos? I think she mostly does live videos. So those are some good ones to look at. What about the hurricanes? Liddell asks. What hurricanes? I'm like going up a little bit further to read some of these. The hurricanes. We don't have hurricanes in Illinois. I mean, maybe there's some wind that comes with it, but I don't know what you mean. Okay, going back to the bottom. Jeffrey, you look tired. Time to go home. Well, I'm having fun. I don't. Yeah, I may look a little off, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm enjoying myself here. If I didn't, I would say, and we're done. She also makes a lot of her money from YouTube videos. Well, to be quite honest with you, so do I. And it's not a bad way to go. So, yeah, I think she did a video on that. I forget how much she said she made. It was good. It's good. She makes good money. But yeah. Oh, I was like dozing off. Probably on a ship. What? I don't know what that is. What time? What? I'm like, some of these, Trina, what are you saying? Oh, maybe you're having conversations with each other. Yes, Jeffrey, that's exactly how it was, all in a matter of a year. All in a matter of a year. Live sales? Yeah. So I was doing all my videos and all the things, and then Misty was like, hey, you need to sell things. I'm doing it. Like, sell things live. It's so much easier. And I'm like, why? Like, why do I want to do that? I'm listing them and all the things. And she's like, you'll love it. And so I did it, and I tried it, and I liked it. So it's a good interactive. I like it because it's interactive. Being interactive, it's like one and done. I can do all the things. And oh, hurricanes on a ship. Well, I don't think that's much to be worried about, because on a ship they have like their radar and stuff, and then they can actually go around. They can maneuver around these large storms. So I think it's actually like almost worry free to be on a ship in a hurricane. You know, consistency is what you have to be. That is like the biggest tip I can ever tell anybody. So I'm gonna be on it. Like, January, my YouTube money went down by half from what it was in December. And like, you might say, oh, well, what's the point? Why don't I just like slow down, like not do as many, like, why don't I just like, no. And I was like, no, I got to keep going. Like, so that's like an example. Like, so be consistent with whatever you do, and it'll pay off in the long run. Not that you should force yourself to do anything. I think if you feel like you're being forced to do it, then reassess what you're doing. And maybe you're on the wrong path or something. But whenever you like what you do, it's very instinctual to just keep doing it, and all the things. Yeah. Miss Stella, I need to do more with her, the dog, Stella. So Michelle went away. Network sourcing, listing videos, booths. Oh, I don't do the booths anymore. To create such a large loyal following, you have an incredible hustle and created much success. Yeah, the booths eventually just stopped being financially fruitful. So having an antique booth, if you're just wondering, if like, oh, maybe I want to do oh my gosh, that freaked me out. This like hit me in my back. I'm like, is there a ghost? Antique booths, if you are looking for kind of like a nice side hobby, or you are in an area that like, well, you don't know how to do anything else, or you don't want to ship anything, but you want to make a little side money, a booth would be good to try out, so long as your booth rent is not too exorbitant. So kind of look around and map that out. But for what I was doing, it didn't make sense for me anymore. It was just like too much like stuff to worry about for the little I was making. So on average, I was making about $600 to $800 a month with, it depends, like 2 to 3 spaces that were like 8 by 8, which is okay. It's okay. But a lot of places like booth rent would be like a lot for that amount of space. But for where I was, it wasn't that bad. And so I was still walking away after paying booth rent with like anywhere from $300 to $500. Then you take out cost of goods. Then you take out time. After I did that, after I took out kind of the cost of goods was the problem, but the majority of the problem was the time, because it's like 30, it was 30 minutes for me to drive there, 30 minutes for me to drive back. But while I was there, I obviously, I'm going to be, and I was there like once a week, I'm going to be there like 2 or 3 hours. So let's call it 3 hours. So four, like for the drive. So 4 hours of time a week. So I was taking like, how much was I making in a month, dividing that per week, and then taking that number and dividing that by 4. Oh, and you have to consider how long it took you to price everything while you were at home, and source, I guess, too. But so like, and then I broke it down all them ways, and I'm like, no, I was like making hardly anything per hour. But compared to what I was making in other avenues, whenever I put my time in other places, it just didn't make sense. I was just like, well, no, not doing that. And it was just an added stress more than anything. It was just like one more thing to worry about doing that wasn't really making me that much happier at all. So 65 is, you're asking, is $65 a month good for a booth? Well, it depends on the size, but sounds pretty good. I think you'll want your booth rent anywhere between $1 and $1.50 per square foot. That would be a good price point. And then if there's like a percentage off, if there's a percentage like a 10% that they charge you at the mall, most malls will charge you a percentage as a booth owner, and that covers your credit card fees and things like that. Some places they'll charge you like 15% plus 3 and like plus 3% for a credit card transaction. It depends on where you are and what they can do based on the area that they're in, but um, sounds like a good price, $65 a month. It depends on foot traffic, though. You know, if you're not in an area that warrants the foot, if there's not a lot of people coming through, maybe that's why the booth rent is so low, because that's what they had to do. It's kind of like supply and demand type of a scenario. So it'd be nice if you were doing really well there, though. Comments went away again. There are several that did the same thing, not to discount anyone. You can tell by the knowledge some of you have about every piece. What? I can't even read what you're saying. There are several that did the same thing. Several people that had a booth, or okay. How is it going with the art glass, the Murano glass that you purchased or you sold on eBay? No, I'm selling it on my live sales. I'm just sprinkling it in every week. Trying to put it in the themes that I'm playing with. I like themes, they're fun. So my next theme is purple. So I put some purple glass in, some art glass, purple glass. Art glass, purple. I sound dumb. Purple art glass. And so that's the next theme. I'm really excited about it. But it's good because I wanted to kind of sprinkle it throughout, like, let's call it half a year. That way I can enjoy it a little bit longer. I'm silly that way. Some things I want to like see longer, like I visually want to have in my presence longer. I'm sure that that's a common thing. Like I'm really good about buying and reselling, meaning like I don't cling on to things as much as Barb does, for instance. But my workaround for that is just like knowing, okay, I'm going to sell this, but maybe I'll wait a few months. Like maybe I just want to look at it longer, just to kind of give very little as anything have I just decided to keep instead of resell after, a few months, because by then I'm like, okay, I'd rather have the money. I'd rather get this out of my way. This isn't something I'm going to focus on, like collecting. There are certain things I focus on, and then I'm just like flamingos. Yeah. I'm looking at a couple. So, but like I have to be very specific with like what I'm doing. Like, no, I'm not in the business of keeping everything. So I have never asked what the rent is out here for a booth in California. You can bet it. I bet it's every bit of, depends on the size of the booth, $300, $400, $500 for probably an 8x8 or a 10x10. I would not be surprised. Andrea, we talked about health insurance before. I don't have it. I don't like, I don't want to give everybody's like business, but I know another person really big in this that I don't believe that they do either. It's just like, you kind of just take certain risks, and it's like the cost of health insurance is exorbitant. It's more than I see. Like it's just a personal risk. You take what you know. Not a very popular topic. I don't want to talk about it. It's not worth it for me to tell you any of my rationale. I'm just saying, like, it's not something that I can really do right now. I've looked into it. It's like every bit of $500 or $600 a month for absolute trash insurance. Trash. Like it doesn't do hardly anything. Like you're paying like $8,000 or whatever in a premium. Like or a you're paying like $8,000 even if you want to use it. Like you're paying all this money per month, and then you gotta pay like let's say $9,000 out of pocket before they'll do it. It's I don't want to get into it. It's how do you keep track of inventory? I don't. So like Cozy Llama, like I know how much I paid for everything in here. So that keeps me good for like reselling. But better than that, I know what I wouldn't spend for things. So it's not like I have to say, well, was that $4 or $5? I can just say I know I wouldn't have spent more than $5. So if you're talking about for like taxes, I use the cash method, which is an accounting method, and by that, this is a lot of heavy lifting for my brain to work with right now. Basically, you look at kind of everything in larger sums. So I would say, like in general, I don't know. It works out. Like you spend like I go to Savers, right? I'll go to Savers thrift store. I'll swipe my card, and I say I spend $50. That's $50 cost of goods sold. That same week, I'm making whatever I'm making. And I'm not selling maybe those very specific things, but I'm selling something that I bought like a couple weeks ago or whatever. And I'm selling those things. That's your income. You put that up against cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold is your expense. Income is your income. Self-explanatory on that one. But that's how so it's kind of like that. It's more larger than like every single little item. I don't do that. I don't know anybody that does that. I don't know anybody that does that. I think you'd go mad if you did that. Theme sales are nice. Aren't they fun? You buy lots of things I collect. Oh, that's good, Brie. You really love embroidered pillowcases and sheets. Is it because they're easy to ship or is it something else? Both. I like embroidered pillowcases and sheets because they're pretty. They are for me, a lot of it comes down to aesthetics. I love I'm very visual, surprise. Like I like the way things look. I'm attracted to styles and things. And so whenever I see something that just looks beautiful, like I mean, I don't know. It's like I'm that way with Afghans and sheets but before a few years ago I didn't buy any embroidered pieces. I was buying vintage Canon sets, like vintage Canon sheets. These are screen printed type items, mass produced, but I would buy them. I would find them all the time, new in package, queen size, king size. That's harder to find. Queen size mostly, full size, like almost all the time though, full size, and they'd be like new in package, screen printed, like Canon Monticello or all these like muslin, like which is a type of a cotton. It might even be 50/50 blend, but like all that, and I just love that. And then I've been more into like the hand stitch because there's like that added component of handmade, so I like that. That's another reason why I like the stitched pieces too. So mhm. And then of course it's easy to ship. Naturally, you put it in a poly bag. You don't have to worry about a break-in. So do what makes you happy, and the rest will fall into place. I've started my channel by watching you and others. I've built it slowly, in my opinion, baby steps. Everything's baby steps. I'm so glad I get insurance for my husband. His insurance, being a teacher, is fantastic. Oh, I know. It's nice whenever you can find something like that. When I worked at the last place that I worked, they had an insurance option, and it was actually very good. I mean, it was cheap. I don't know if the actual insurance was very good, but it was like $30 per paycheck. That's very good. That's very cheap. Health insurance is expensive. Yes, it is. Are you enjoying your home being only your home? Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. I love. Oh my god. I am just like such in a privileged place. I kind of cringe when people are like, I'm so privileged. Like, no, like I have to say, like, I don't take this like lightly. It is ridiculous how where I am now can like from where I started. Like I would fast forward if I was to just consider back on all this. Words are not working for me right this moment. If I was to think of like in the moment of then, like would I would never guess. Like, could you imagine? So to like, my throat hurts. I haven't. It's like getting hard in here. Like, so to what was the question? Oh, I love yeah. So to be able to have that, like most resellers do not have that. Like your casual eBay sellers, your all this and that, they don't have like a dedicated space. Like maybe they'll have like a basement or a garage or a spare room or like a shed. But like I don't know, maybe I'm just like ridiculous because I had a very nice area in a basement. Then I moved up into a room. And it's like, at what point, hello, am I just going to be like, you could stop now? No, I just can't stop. I'm just like, now what can I do? So, but the point is, yes, I enjoy the having the space so much more because there it was getting really mentally congested. So there's like all the visual clutter whenever you see everything like in one big sweeping view and out of the periphery, you're just like, and it's claustrophobic in a lot of ways, mentally more so than anything though. And like I'm so happy now that I can have this own area and that separation helps keep me from spiraling, from getting sick of it, from getting like, because I do. It's natural in anything you do. You're gonna be like, you're gonna hit your limit, and you're gonna be like, why do I do this? Why am I doing this? Like, why? Like, I'm like, I should just stop. Like, this is too much. Like, it's not rational. I'll tell you, but um, ever since I did that, it's like night and day. It's like, oh, it like took me away and then brought me back. But yeah, it's a lot better. Anyway, overall money spent basically cash in, cash out. Yeah, Cozy Llama. That's what I look at. I look at income and expenses, and as long as I'm profiting per month, then I'm good. I don't go item by item. I don't say, "Oh wow, I really like screwed up there." That's not a great way to look at it, by the way. So, and if you do, say, "Okay, I that was a mistake. I won't do that again." Like I won't, you know. I know. LJ, you spend $20,000 on my health insurance and out of pocket each year. That's a lot. $20,000 on your health insurance. It's a lot. I love you, Jeffrey. You always explain things in a way we understand. You always explain things such in a simple way. No, that's how I write. You're always just so simple-minded, Jeffrey. No, joking. I know you're being nice. My mom loved embroidered pillowcases. Yeah, they're nice. Most of them were sold in kits that you can. Well, a lot of them were. You know, like with the blue lines, and you can kind of just stitch over them. That's a lot, yeah. The LJ's post about the 20,000. That's what I messaged you. Sheets, and more sheets. Okay. Well, I'm glad we came full circle, Randy. So I'll check that. Your Facebook post. This thing keeps disappearing. It's so annoying. I'm trying to read these. My mom made pillowcases and I have them now. She's gone. She loved to embroider. Well, that's good. That's exciting. It takes a lot of patience to do that. I love that you and Misty love textiles. Textiles need to come back in style. We need to appreciate all the hand stitch. Yes. That's what I love about reselling in general and dealing with other resellers is that you can come to appreciate other things that other people are doing, and then it just keeps adding to your repertoire of things that you enjoy in life. And so for me, ephemera is another one of those items that's in turn Misty has really made me look at more is the ephemera. That's like photographs and old advertisements, stuff that I normally wouldn't look so much at. So that's exciting. Textiles, yes. That's when I had my great grandmother's pillowcases you buy reminds me of my childhood. Yeah. Well, a lot of reasons why I like reselling it, not reselling. A lot of reasons why I like vintage things and all this is I have a lot of nostalgia pre-built into my upbringing and things. I'm not sure where that all came about, but I did grow up to a degree with my grandparents in their house, and I was around a lot of older things. And I watched a lot of older TV shows. I watched Nick at Night. So I've always kind of been not disenchanted, enchanted. I've always been enchanted by like the nostalgicness of things like that and old things. I'm not sure how or why, but it is just what it is, and I don't know. So it's one big thing. The story at Nancy. Well, do you have two houses? Don't you have two overstuffed houses? You probably have the same square footage as I do between your two overstuffed houses. So I wonder if all the sellers can start almost a club, like a union and get group health insurance. Honestly, I mean, it's not far off. I mean, it should be done. That's what I'm saying. I can't find you, elderly poodle. I have tried to find you on YouTube. Elderly poodle? She don't have a channel, I don't think, does she? Catherine? I don't think Catherine has a YouTube. Separate home and work. Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, I've always had a very bad problem separating home and work. Like in my brain, they're all the same. Like I really enjoy, like I don't see this as work is what I'm saying. So um that's why like I had to do this. Like I had to physically separate them because I would just always be thinking. Like I'm like and if it's there and I'm like and it's always like in my mind and like, kind of even when I don't want it to be is kind of what I'm saying. And it's like it never turns off. But like I did that by design in some ways. Like I didn't mind it. Like so it's very good though to have it. I think it needs to be it, it it gets to a point when it's just a little bit like you're like, okay, this did work being all in the house because it was like only here. But like whenever you step up further and further and you're buying more and more stuff, you just can't keep up. Like I could not keep up with boxes everywhere. And then you just run out of places to put things and like you gotta like process them. You gotta wash the items. Okay, now they're all over your kitchen and like you're trying to have a life at the same time. It's like where does your stuff start and the business start and so that's like that. Papa Bear, I understand what you explained about income out, income in, but for taxes, do you keep track of each item that you paid for and then what you sold for? No, I do not. Again, I don't know anybody that does that. It's like I would hate to say this, but it's almost impossible to do that. I'm slowly shutting down. It's nothing. It's nobody's fault. I'm addicted to some of the stuff, so I can't help it. I agree. My packing room is too close to my living area for now. Right. So Beverly, what happens is you keep saying I need to list this and that. And it's like it's this script that keeps running in your mind. And what happens is anytime you have some time off to yourself and you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna go watch show. It's like there it goes running. You're like, but it's right there. I could do that. And then it makes you feel bad. And then you feel bad about it. And you're like, I'm not doing enough. Like I'm awful. And then you start feeling bad about yourself. So it's like this constant circle, and it's a script that's running in your head without you knowing. And so that's what this has given me the space. Mary Walker, I'm not a reseller. I just love nostalgic and old items. Oh. If I don't retire this year, my insurance goes from $150 to $900 a month. I don't quite understand that, but wow. Churches sometimes have their own self-funded health plans with third-party administration for back-end operations. Okay, makes sense. Cannot wait till you sell all the vintage fabric you bought. I have a ton of it, and I continue to buy it, so I don't know if that'll ever happen. I don't know what you mean. I have a lot of fabric. Do you ever think what you were trying to say is you just found a balance? Yeah, I found a balance when I didn't know I needed one is kind of the answer because I don't know balance very well. Misty is like that too. Like, we don't know balance very well. We just keep going until we're like done. Like, till we are spent. And that's not good to do. I made a live show. Hope you're doing well, Beth. Hey, I'm doing well. Same here. Grew up close with my grandparents. Yeah. You were an old soul? Sure. I have a lot of facets to me, Anne. If you want to say that. I have always, though, been the when I was younger, I was doing things that, people weren't doing. I was putting money away in savings and doing I was very financially responsible at a very young age. Nobody else was doing that. But I would say that's probably because of my upbringing. Like, watching what not to do. I don't know. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, you want to do better than, you know. Some doctor will have you pay for the next minute. I don't want health insurance. Okay, I'm over it. I'm like, I don't like health insurance. I don't get excited about it. Health and yes, yeah. Pilder does not. Do your parents collect anything? No, not really. Are you going to do Misty's Monday night show soon? So is it the 13th or the 16th? I'm actually I'm not sure because I don't know. But I know it's like not this next one that she's doing. It's the one right after that I'm doing with her. I'm going to be on with Katie, Vintage and Vinyl, to my understanding. Don't hold it against me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. I do up drafts and have them ready for publishing so that I don't have to rush to do new listings. Yeah. Yeah. It's good to have a process for a listing. We spend $15,000 a year on insurance. Okay. Good for you. I'm tired of it. Like, insurance makes me annoyed. Like, I'm not excited to read about it because it's just so annoying to me. Do you keep track of mileage? Yes. I use QuickBooks Self-Employed, and there's an app in my phone. And as I drive around, I track everywhere I go. And if it's a personal drive, I slide it over to personal. If it's a business, if it's a business drive, then I slide it over to business and I say what it was, because you can say what it was. So yes, I deduct business miles. You can either take, this is not a tax advice, but you can either take the standard deduction based on mileage, or you can take like forgot what they call that. The other way about it, which is you keep track of all of your things. That there's a specific word, I forgot. You can keep track of your gasoline and your like if you get new tires and I don't know, stuff like that. Today I had to stop buying because I said to myself, where would I put it? Oh no. Your niche's jewelry. I just read the rest of that and I forgot to say it out loud. But you were getting into glass and pottery. That it takes that stuff is what adds up in space. The jewelry is where it's at. That's a smart thing to start. But I did everything backwards. I'm just now dabbling into jewelry because I'm visually. I like buy things that I visually like, and it was never jewelry before. But I have a lot of jewelry buyers, and I can now appreciate the designs on the jewelry, like costume brooches and things mostly, stuff like that. So I'm very much the opposite on that. Standard deduction. Yeah. I don't know. Is it easier to do? If for standard deduction is easier to do, yeah, I guess it is. I wouldn't go just by the easiest thing though. Like if you, I don't know, for me it's always like way more advantageous to take the standard deduction when it comes to especially the car thing. You keep a log of how much you spent and how much sold, but I'm small seller on eBay. I started trying that. In fact, I have old records of that in a notebook somewhere. I had it wrote down every week, where did I shop, how much did I spend, and how much did I sell on Etsy that week. I was trying to like check myself because I didn't know. Like I was trying everything out. And it was all new to me. And I'm like, is this going to work? Like, am I going to make any money doing this? Is this actually working? Or am I just oblivious to like what's really going on here? So I was checking all my expenses and everything. So I broke it down per week, every week, and I was doing that. And that's how I kept track. And it worked out well. Loved your store tour today. Yep. It's coming along. And I did a lot of work. I mentioned this at the top of the video that I had done a lot of the stuff that looked bad. I cleaned a lot up. The 23rd? Bree? Is it the 23rd? I don't think it's the 23rd. I'm going live with Misty. I think it's somewhere. I don't think it's the 23rd. I think it's like, I thought it was like, I don't know, the 13th or the 16th, somewhere in there, like some kind of number like that. I thought was what it was. It's good you got to go to Florida. You still did thrifting. Yeah. Thrifting in Florida wasn't that great though. What I did like it. I did like going for sure. But it wasn't that beneficial thrifting wise, but it was good to go. We went to, did I mention that we went to Universal one day? Went to Universal Studios. That was my second time going there, but they had changed some of the Harry Potter stuff, so I was able to see the updated things of that. It was a lot of lines though. Universal Studios, there's a ton of lines. So we stood, I think the most we stood was an hour and a half for one ride. It was crazy. Purple Sale will be epic. I hope you like it. I mean, I think I got some really cool things in there. I love the tour video. I love seeing how they set up their shipping rooms. I love behind the scenes videos of things. I love knowing how things work. So it's good that other people out there appreciate that too. And that I can show that. That's next Monday with Katie and Misty, the 15th. Yeah. Oh, so it's this coming Monday? Okay, that how it works? Yeah, it does. That's how it works. All right. I'm just a little off. I thought like Monday didn't happen yet, but I guess it did. So it is this next Monday. Good. You've been rewatching Miss Brown's Boys? I don't know what that is. Itemized deductions? Yeah, that was the word I was looking for earlier. I thought Misty said the 14th for Katie and Jeffrey. It's somewhere in there. You'll see like some things somewhere probably about when exactly it is. Oh yeah. Looking at the backgrounds of sets is very fun. Very good. I like doing that. I love the store tour update. You did a great job, and it's looking so nice. You have so much stuff in between beautiful things. You would just be sitting there staring, smiling at it. Well, that's not what pays the bills, but yeah, it's coming along. I need to, honestly, to be quite frank, I need to do more live sales. Like I need to throw in a couple bonus sales in the middle of the week to sell some more stuff because it's kind of piling up a little bit more. But it's like, okay, we'll see about that. Appreciate the time and energy give to your subscribers like this chat. Well, I enjoy the chat. So it's good for both of us. Jamie has the schedule. Okay. Do you sell on eBay or Etsy or sell only on YouTube? I only sell on YouTube. It's just like it doesn't make sense for me to sell anywhere else now. I do the YouTube. So I do. That's what I do. I used to sell on Etsy. Then I switched over to eBay. Then I switched over to my own website. Always trying to fly away from those fees. And I'm away from the fees. Now I just have to pay PayPal their 3% or whatever it is. Misty is announcing it that you and Katie are Monday the 15th, my birthday. Okay, Linda's birthday. Cool. She was like, who do you want on with you? And I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, I know, Katie. Like, I don't ever get to talk to her, and I like her a lot. So, Katie. I love seeing the transformation. Well, we love transformations. I did not find anything good thrifting in Florida. I was hoping to find treasures. I know. I kind of thought going down there, I'm like, look, it's a lot of it's a retirement area in general, the whole state. And I'm thinking, well, people usually downsize before they move to a different state. And yeah, I should know this, but I was like, well, you never know. Yeah. It's like the cheapest places are never the places I go, though. Florida Mischief Maker. Is that your name, Mischief? I always read it as Mischief Maker. You know, it's probably not right, though. Do you ever find any Russell Wright pottery? No. I find a lot of Frankoma. I don't like Frankoma. I know, I shouldn't say that. I'm not a fan of Frankoma pottery. I just don't like the green. I'm more of a Van Briggle fan. Roseville, Weller. I don't like Frankoma. It's mostly the color, to be honest. It's just the color, I think. We'd love to have more sales per eek? No, per week, you mean? Yeah. Okay. I can try. I was thinking about doing like one extra of like 20 items or something a week. I don't know when I would do that though. The schedule's getting really, really not convoluted, congested. It would save on vlog editing time. Wait, what? Oh, no, I would still put out a video. It would just be another live sale. You don't have to answer this, but do you make more from the live sales or the YouTube videos, or is it always different? Okay, let me think. Oh my gosh. I am so bad about keeping track of that. It's very close. It's like almost neck and neck to be, yeah, to say that. Um, I think in December, it's hard to say for sure, but in December I might have made a little bit more on YouTube over the selling, but YouTube is generally a very good month. Did I say YouTube is generally a very good month? I meant December. December is generally a very good month. So is November, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Like, so, but then like this time of year, awful. Awful for YouTube revenue. Can you do a 2 for Tuesday sale? What does that mean? 2 for Tuesday. Can I do 2 on Tuesday? No, can I do 2 for, what are you saying? Live is better and no listings. Yeah. So you just keep track with your receipts and of goods. Yeah, my receipts. Yep, I keep track with receipts. Gotta go cook dinner? Oh no. I taped your eBay page link in your description. Oh, you tapped. Oh, okay. Well, there's nothing on that. You know why there's an error? Because there's nothing in that store. Oh, I'm so happy I got your name right, Mischief Maker. I love that. Let me try that again. So you just keep track with your receipts, and that is... So you just keep track with your receipts, and that is what you calculate for taxes. In other words, cost of goods. Yes. There's a method, I think, of like you buy something, and once it sells, that's your cost of goods. But like I don't do that. Like I don't know anybody that does that. So I do it the way that everybody else does. And that is with the receipts as cost of goods. So if I go spend $50 worth, I spent $50, that's $50 cost of goods. But it's like, yeah. I find Frankoma is selling better right now. Really? Okay. All in Attic, he's not selling on eBay right now. Oh, that's somebody's name. No, I'm not selling eBay. I live in Homestead, just south of Miami. Can't find anything good. Oh no. Just watching your tour of your shop. Oh, that's exciting. Glad you're back in Florida. Yes. You could join the Tuesday group. What Tuesday group? Oh, does Misty have a group? That's right. What is that called? Is that the I'm really bad about keeping track of other people. Is that the one that's called like Three's Company? Right? Is that the Three's Company one? No, that was today. I think. What Tuesday? I don't know. YouTube money comes from ads. Yes, Linda, it comes from ads. The ads that you watch or you skip. I don't care. The the ads that are on my videos, that's how I get paid. Or if you have a YouTube premium, that's when you pay like $10 a month and you don't have to watch ads. I get a little cut of that too. I had Jeffrey withdrawal when you were on vacation, but I had videos. I didn't have a video every single day, but I had videos. Buy one, get one. Andrea, do you know me? I'm not doing buy one, get one. What? That's so loud. What that heater is so loud. Buy one, get one. How does that work? Are you making this up? Tuesday as a second day of the week for your sale in addition to the sale you already have. Okay, Tuesday would make good sense. So I could look at Tuesday's schedule and see if if there's any time there for me without being right on top of somebody else. Now it's the Threes Company. Yeah. I like that name a lot. I like how you do it, Andrea says. She likes how I do it. Tuesday's Threes Company. Oh, Tuesday is. Okay. Yeah. Oh, so it was yesterday that was Threes Company. Okay, I don't know. They have a Tuesday sale. Yeah. I'm not going to be in that. No. They're doing their own thing. We input our items into a spreadsheet and keep each. As long as each page shows a positive, we try not to worry too much about what items we're selling for. It's easy to break it into chunks. Okay, Penny. Have fun with that. You know, Bria, I'm not joining no group. I think it's the Threes Company. Okay. Andrea has premium. I love YouTube premium. And it has a music thing with it, so you can listen to music for free. Well, included. No ads. Super time at the farm. The suburban people. What are you talking about? You silly goose. No, and she said 2 for 2. Andrea, I'm not comprehending. 2 for 2. I don't know what you're saying. I'm trying. Like my brain is just like not firing the right things, or I'm not sure. What was the best thing you found in Florida? Oh my gosh. I don't remember. I really don't remember. Like I know that sounds awful. It's like a cop out, but I don't remember. Sorry. I don't remember. You're something about your YouTube premium and you love it. I think it's worth it. I do. There's not much in this world I think is worth. There's not much in this world I think is worth it, but that's worth it. I watch a lot of YouTube, so it's worth it for me. I watch like podcasts. Have you ever came? Let me read this again. Have you ever came to Northern Indiana? Oh, it went away. We have lots of antique shops in there. Northern Indiana. Well, I don't know. I've been to Indiana with Misty, and then I went not too long ago. I'd have to look on the map and see where that leads me, Northern Indiana. I should look and see. You found George. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I found George. He was in the antiques. He was at the market, the flea market thing. I know there's something in the back of my mind that I know that I got that I was really excited to find, but I just don't remember what it was. A couple things, but one of them I remembered is the glass, it's all the glass, the pink flowers that are in like this cluster from the 1920s, 30s. So pretty. I have it at home. I paid up for that. Paid $35 for it, I believe. Hi, how's the post office working out for you these days? Have they lost anything you sent? No, actually not. You would think sending 75 packages out. No, that's not true. We send out about 40, 45 packages a week. You would think though that, but they're really good. I haven't had any people say they've had a lost package. That's very good. Or customer service problems? No, they're very good. Have you ever heard of an antique mug called Gillies? I've heard of this, but I don't know where I've heard of it from. All that crashing. Oh, that wind. I know. I saw Old Carriage Shop with you visiting in Pennsylvania. You saw us in person? That was a long time ago. Or did you watch the video of us? Is that what you mean? You saw us in Philadelphia? Really? I find that hard to believe. I don't believe you. You're lying. I'm kidding. I try to watch the ads for YouTubers. They're only a few seconds, and since it really helps. If you want to help us, yes, watch the ads. They do help. And so does watch time. Like watching more of the video. But I won't ask anybody that. South Bend, just keep doing your sales the way you do them. For me, the group sales take so long. Honestly, they are too long for me. I don't have that much of an attention span to like sit there for 4 hours and sell 20 items. Like I'm just all about that. I'm like, look, let's get this. Like, I enjoy watching it. I enjoy watching them, but I'm like, I want to do something else. Like, I don't want to just sit here for 4 hours. Sorry. I've always wanted to say hi to you live. Well, hello. You're going there tomorrow. Where? Oh, you just said. I shop lots in South Bend. Also, I drive down from St. Joe, Michigan. Oh, never heard of it. Sugar Britches is here. Well, looky there. I mean, my goodness, I've been on for way too long. This is like a live sale extravaganza. I usually am on for 2.5 hours on a live sale, but yeah. Well, it's a long time. Yeah, Michelle, it's a long time for me. I don't mind watching other people though, because like I'll put them on and like in the background, I'll go do something. I'll, you know, and then come back to it and they're still going. And so it's like a whole thing. It's good. It's good background. I live in Maine, or I am in Maine. Come back here. I'm in Maine and sell on eBay. I've been doing well by watching your videos and the videos of others. Oh, thank you. Well, that's exciting. You quit your medical job. Where are you selling your blood? That's a career, I guess. I really probably need to stop this. So, otherwise, I don't know when I would know to stop because I just. What time is it? I can't read the clock. 5:37. You learn a lot from me and Misty. That's exciting, Britches. I just called you Britches. That's exciting, Britches. Um. Mhm. Mhm. Um. I'm kind of addicted. I'm kind of addicted. You need to be very punctual with that. I'm kind of addicted to this new podcast. I'll just little thing and then we'll leave. But it's called Frenemies on YouTube. Why did I tell you? Because like a lot of you I know are totally not in that tier of watching. You're not Trisha Paytas fans. Like you're totally not. I'm just guessing. Like I'm not gonna say you're not, but like I can't imagine. So like I don't know. Like things are just starting to blurt out now and I need to stop again. So you missed a week or so of live updates. When do I give live updates? Of this? Oh, this right here that I'm doing. This kind of a thing? Okay. Yeah, I didn't do that for a while, did I? It's hard to do on the road, yeah. So I am going to wrap this up. So parting is such sweet sorrow. I'm looking at the clock again. Expecting it to like tell me to stop. Oh, Sarah. That sounds disgusting. But I enjoy her. She's very funny. Okay, so I will wrap this up here. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.